What's going on, guys? We're going to be doing the cedar shingles on this home today. Let's see, got the left side here. Pretty light shingles, honestly. Not too dark. So that's going to help. We're going to be using a Soft Wash Factory wand. 3-footer. May actually pull out the 6-footer as well. Not sure yet. And let's just check. Get this wand out of the way. Check out this home. 2-story colonial. 2-car garage with a breezeway. And a little addition on the side here. And it drops off massively in the back. So we got, 3 real stories out back. Go look at that in a second. I'm gonna start working on this right here. We got our booster pump set up for 3% mix. That's what we're gonna use on it. We pre-wet, hit it with the mix, rinse it off, and you won't damage it, don't worry. I'll see you there. Alright, we have the generator on. I got my mix set to a 3% mix. My bleach line, water line. My gauge is turned to speed source. Gauge is breaking up here. Come here, the line. Well, that's why it's ripping out of the whatever. Oh, hold up. Yeah, we're gonna dump out that line. Maybe Callum's on the trigger. Let's go check it out. Alright, so we had a lot of air in the line there. Now I'm just going to be dumping out the rest of the water to pre-wet with Callum on the siding here. And then my mix will come out. I'll be able to see the reaction, the change in color of the shingle. I'll know my mix is coming out. And with my system as well, because I always cam lock on and off the hoses, there's a little spot of air. So when you're spraying it, and you just, like filling up a bucket like I usually do, like a measuring bucket, you can hear the air and it'll go tch, and it'll sputter out, and you will definitely know you're in mix. If you like kind of rock with like really no soap in the mix, like, because not everybody always likes to use a ton of like surfactant and stuff like that. And we actually are not with this, which probably should, to tell you the truth. Especially on the Cedars here, probably use even less mix, especially coming out with 3%, right? But this is the tank I'm usually using for roofs, and I don't really care for surfactant on roofs. I know that all sounds crazy, because we use a lot of it on the vinyl siding and stuff like that. But yeah, I don't know. To each their own, right? And yeah, so this mix here though, it cleaned all these railings up really nice, because a house wash would clean up the railings good, but this is just like nuking it basically. So, and even the deck floor, it wasn't really that dirty, the deck floor. Probably one of the decks that wasn't covered in all lichen for once, right? Me and Calvin were actually just talking about this. We are like, oh, this job went by pretty smoothly. And if you guys can relate, I mean, like, look at this house, it's huge, and like we're just like, wow, something crazy would have bad happened. Something at the end of the day did happen, not at this job but at another one. You guys see at the another video. But yeah, I mean, we're just using our J-rod here, and Callum's just basically running ahead of me because he's using 10 gallons a minute coming out of that Gould's booster pump we're using just for fresh water. So he already sprayed up all these shingles and stuff to the right of me, and then he goes back and then just starts rinsing down everything that I just did. And like that deck, he'll rinse down. And it's a pretty good system, guys. I mean, if you have 2 people, especially spraying really strong mixes everywhere, it's really good to have somebody just flooding everything with fresh water the whole entire time. If you're by yourself, you pretty much have to use tarps. You should be, I mean, tarps is a really great idea no matter what, really. We do use tarps here and there depending on the landscaping and depending on just circumstances, right? And where's the mix going to fall? How do we have to spray and all that? But if you're by yourself, absolutely Absolutely invest in some tarps, into some clear plastic. That would help out a lot. And always have, like, a pressure washer, or like I have a big booster pump. You could even use a Comet P40 pump or AR45. Both would work out great, actually. You could just cycle it back into your water tank. We may actually do that actually on my red truck, just so, because we don't really have anything on the red truck, and I don't really feel like uh, getting another gigantic generator just for that truck there. It's a smaller footprint, so we're gonna have to um, get something with a small footprint that can launch water. And I'm not down with anything with batteries, so like I don't really want a 10-gallon North Star pump. I don't know, those pumps suck. I've never really had any fun with any of the 12 volts, or I honestly I've never even used a 24 volt 10 gallon per minute North Star, so I can't say anything about them. But I just am not a fan of the 12 volts. I'm kind of in that realm of it, right? But guys, right here, I am just using water right here, and I'm just cleaning up this deck because it was tons of lichen. And yes, I am going to use a little bit of pressure on this deck here that's covered in lichen. And I usually would never do that on a cedar shingle house, but with decks I do it because you can actually get to every inch of it. With the cedar shingles, if you do that, you're gonna change the appearance of it. So, like you can see here, so if you do a little section, you're gonna have to do the rest of it, right? And you're better off leaving it on, and it will flake off later on. And especially if they, honestly, if they get their house washed and you can just go there and downstream it every time, every year, their house is gonna look amazing after a while. I mean, you can go get a lift or whatever if you want and pressure wash every inch of it, but that's not, I don't know, I don't feel that that's the way to do it. I've done plenty of these houses, and I keep them on like a maintenance schedule basically, and they look amazing now, you know? Because all this mold is dead. It does the same thing that it does on a roof, the same thing it would do on a cedar shingle roof. Um, it will fall. It would fall off if you left bleach all over your vinyl siding. It'd be all chalky afterwards, but it would all be gone, right? Um, but absolutely rinse afterwards, though, guys. I'm not saying do not rinse cedar shingles, because cedar shingles, man, like, you definitely, like I always say, pre-wet them, apply the mix, and then rinse like hell. That's why you pretty much need an 8-gallon per minute machine. You're going to be there all day, or a 10-gallon per minute machine, or again, you're going to be there all day. So I did downstream though the clapboards. Thought that was a good idea, just to, instead of using the booster pump and spraying 3% on this, and honestly a little bit quicker. So, and I was able to just rinse off with Callum as well while he's on that 10 gallon per minute booster pump. So that worked out great. We did have plenty of water, so that was good. Always a good time when you have water on hand, right? And yeah, this house came out beautiful. Honestly, the customer loved it. And then I finished it off with, because she was like, "Oh, you don't have to clean the inside of the gutters," and she wanted to get this walkway done. And I'm like, "Bet," like, because she had um, gutter guards, and we don't even mess with the gutter guards. Like, if you have gutter guards, your gutters better look great, or get rid of them. That's how I do it. If you have gutter guards and you want your gutters cleaned, I either take them off and leave them off, and it's still even more money just to do that as well, because it is more work than just doing a regular gutter cleaning, guys. But I will not put them back on, to tell you the truth. I mean, like, why am I cleaning your gutters if you have gutter guards that are just so great and they're blocking all the debris? Why am I cleaning your gutters, right? Yeah, exactly. That's why I don't do it. You don't, and again, you guys, you don't have to do every service in pressure washing. Like, we don't do window cleaning again, and we do not sand and seal. Like, right now, we're just going to turbo this thing up, and the customer understands they're going to have to either throw some sand in there, seal it themselves, call somebody else up. I gave them contact info. I do work with somebody that does that. That's all that they do. So I always give their information as well. But the customer understands that, right, guys? You don't just go turbo the hell out of their walkway and then like, hey, what happened to all the joints, right? Um, oh man, I've been there, right? And yeah, but I mean, this walkway, guys, this walkway was covered in lichen, as you could tell, and I hit it with a 6% mix first, and then just turboed it up. Looks amazing. But guys, this is the end of this video. I'll see you guys on the next one. Please like, comment, subscribe. Softwashfactory.com for all your parts and equipment. Thanks, guys. Peace.